Colin Baker here, the Sixth Doctor, old Six here from Doctor Who, and let me welcome you into the TARDIS. As an actor, I was the Doctor on television in the early 1980s and now on audio for over 2 decades in productions officially licensed by the BBC and made by Big Finish Productions. And that's what this podcast is all about. Doctor Who audio drama from the brilliant and wonderful Big Finish. Each edition of Into the TARDIS features an exciting episode of Doctor Who, starring the cast from the TV series, but with a whole host of friends, aliens, villains and monsters, some of them old favourites, but some of them brand new. Last time, we featured part 3 of Fanfare for the Common Men, and now it's time for the concluding instalment. It's long, isn't it? You can nip back and listen to all the previous episodes now, or if you want to dive straight in, here's a little recap of the last episode for you. Now, whilst the Doctor has taken Nyssa to the pivotal year of 1963 to see the Beatles, they've instead found a group called the Common Men in their place. And if that wasn't bad enough, they become separated across time, searching for the time-travelling Lenny Kruger, who is at the centre of manipulating the timelines. In her time zone, Nyssa tries to track Lenny, but instead is captured, and with Corky from the band having his memory wiped, and Lenny's own assistant Sadie revealing that there are bigger things afoot, things are not looking good for Nyssa. Poor old Nyssa. Meanwhile, the Doctor is reunited with young fan-turned-music journalist Rita, who gets him in to visit one-time band member Mark. But it seems Lenny is one step ahead of them. And with a batch of old photos that chart the Common Men's rise to glory being delivered, Mark begins to change and ascend, harnessing the power of fame. He drains Rita, killing her, and then turns his attention to the Doctor. Phew! Now, there are some wonderful Beatles-inspired moments coming up, and in particular, one that mirrors a long-standing and false conspiracy theory regarding Paul McCartney. I think the internet will be your friend there if you don't already know that story. But be careful of rabbit holes. Also, which language is Nyssa taking a shine to? And look out for a special reference to the Doctor's granddaughter, Susan. I'll be back in a short while with some more behind-the-scenes content, so talk to you in a bit, because now it's time for the final part of Fanfare for the Common Men. And so now we know the truth about what Susan used to listen to in the TARDIS. And with the Beatles and Rita back in their rightful place, Nyssa still doesn't quite get it. But of course, Peter had so many companions. I mean, I seem to manage most of my time with just one. When he arrived on the scene, having supplanted Tom, I think he had half a dozen of them, certainly 3 companions, who had to carry him for the first few episodes, as I recall, because he was so enervated and wiped out by the process of regeneration. Anyway, enough of that. Let's look behind the scenes as we hear from the other members of the Common Men.
My name's Andrew Knott, and I am playing James O'Meara.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's good to be back. Now, our next number is going to be the A-side of the next single.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
Thought it was going to be my one.
Nah, that's the B-side.
Oh, really?
We're going to split up again in a minute.
I've just been playing John Lennon in a play called Backbeat, which we did in the West End, and amongst various other places. We just did it in Los Angeles and Toronto just before that, so it made me chuckle when I found out that I'd be doing this again, associated and linked with playing a Beatle, this time not John, and this time not actually Paul and not actually a Beatle, but the closest thing to them and the closest thing to Paul McCartney So it's something that's very relevant in my life at the moment, certainly with Backbeat, and also just with the musical interludes and the various other things like accents and all the references that are in there to what was happening around that time with the music scene is great, because it's something that I'm into as a hobby, actually, so I'm enjoying all the little things that are popping up.
I'm David Dobson. I'm playing Corky Goldsmith in Fanfare for the Common Men. It's a great script. I mean, for me, I was just really excited because I get to come and do a bit of singing on it as well.
Hey girl, I swear I'll be forever true, and I'll be there. I'm meant to be with you. I'm meant to be with
Not
you.
bad.
Not bad?
The reaction is extraordinary, though, even more than the Beatles got.
We've either all been in the studio at the same time, the three of us, singing together, or we're laying down individual tracks. There's great backing tracks that Howard's put together for us all as actors, which he sent out to enable us to learn the songs, each with a guide vocal on for your specific harmony line, and also the sheet music was waiting for us here as well. So
He says, who are you? I'm the girl that you love. You say, who are you? I'm the man from up above.
That's great, guys. Well, Mitch, we've definitely got you. That's perfect, and we've got some great takes from the other guys, and we'll just polish us up a tiny bit the harmonies tomorrow. Let's go for the big one. Won't you please love me?
Here we go then.
And we'll
Rock and roll.
I was on holiday. I was skiing the week before I did this, so it was tricky actually. So I was downloading the songs on Dropbox in the evening when using the free Wi-Fi in the hotel, and trying not to annoy the person who comes skiing with me by over singing. But I was learning it last week while I was on holiday, and actually very easy songs to learn, really easy songs to pick up, very, very catchy. In that sense, very Beatley, I suppose.
You must be doing something illegal.
What? Other than shooting at us?
Something much worse than that. Something that's illegal on his world. Something they'd pursue him all the way here for.
Something to do with me? With the band? Is he from my world?
So, she told you you're not human, did she?
My name's Ryan Sampson, and I play Lenny Kruger. I love coming here, and I love my opportunities to play maniacal, evil overlords of types. It's a delight.
It was a huge operation, and I did it almost alone. Just me and some school kid I picked up in Liverpool, and I almost made it. Almost. And if I give you that code, I won't even remember it.
You won't remember anything at all if you don't.
Before I did my Doctor Who, I hadn't ever played a villain, and I love these. I really do. Like, there's people like, I hope people like, I know I like, a certain degree of eccentricity with a villain. And it's kind of difficult to impart that with a normal character, I think, because unless you are someone who's just wantonly kind of outright evil, then you can't really get away with the same sort of thing.
Nothing that common about all of them. Never mind. For more adventures in time and space with Old Sixie and a host of other incarnations of the Doctor, old and new, check out the new Big Finish website at bigfinish.com. Back to the Vortex, but I've had a peek as to where we'll be next time. And we'll be in the company of the 8th Doctor as Paul McGann and Sheridan Smith play the Revolution game. It's Lucy's birthday, and her birthday treat awaits. But whatever she's expecting, it's not what she's getting on the colony world of Castor Sigma in the year 3025. Ringside seats for the Interplanetary Retro Roller Derby, sponsored by Heliacorp, turning sunlight into gold. More than just a game, though. For the competitors, it's a matter of life or death. A very new life with Heliacorp, or a living death on Castor Sigma. Or on this fateful day, a very actual death. Because there are strange creatures living out on the plane, beyond the colony. Creatures with every reason to want to sabotage the games. Creatures with a grudge. Star Trek fans, maybe. Anyway, see you next time, as I invite you to come with me into the TARDIS. You've been listening to Into the TARDIS, hosted by me, Colin Baker, and produced by Ian Meadows. Supervising producer was Lizzie Wursdell, and executive producers are Nicholas Briggs and Jason Haig-Ellery.